Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I really appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. Now, has there been a game where you remember all of these things about the game but cannot for the life of you figure out the name? Because the game that we're talking about today is what happened to me. Like, I was starting this list and I'm writing down all these games and I couldn't figure out the name of this game to save my life. And then one day I finally saw something that jogged my memory and I was like, oh yeah, we got to do it immediately, post haste. So I want to present to you a Crenshaw classic for the NES that is Rescue the Embassy Mission. Now I know most of you probably thinking to yourself, Darius, what is that? Like, what are you talking about? And first and foremost, let me just let you have to understand this game is like 17 games in one. And for the NES, that means a lot. Like, there are so many different things about this game that are so cool that it made no sense that I was playing this in like 91. Like, the game starts off, right? You're part of, a SWAT team of sorts. And how the game works is you select a mission based on difficulty and like number of targets and a whole bunch of different things, right? And then you jump in. You got a team and you have, spots you have to get to. So just the way the game starts alone was like, okay, this is pretty cool. This is definitely different. It's like this covert ops thing going on. And that was like really cool, right? But that's only the first part of the game. Like I said, there's a bunch of games in one. You gotta play it to really understand. So also I want to show you, right? So you start off, you have to get to a certain checkpoint. That's the first person setting up. And then once you set the first person up, then each person needs to get into position. So you got 3 people got to get in position. Sometimes it's more people depending on what difficulty and what mission you're doing. Then you get into the sniping spot. So now we got a whole different game. One, we was doing like this kind of platformy action adventure style. Now we sniping. We going around trying to see who's in the windows. So you want to take out the baddies, right? So you go around, and the higher the difficulty, the more targets, but then also the more positions, because you put all these different people in position so that you can go from different angles, right? But we're not done yet. Let me tell you, it's not over with, right? Then on top of that, once you get everybody into position, and then you do some sniping, right? And I'm telling you, like, getting into position sounds way easier than it really is, because you can get cooked at a moment's notice. Like, there's no life bar. It is one shot and you are out of the paint. So you have little, moves and stuff you can do. You can tactically roll. You can go prone and kind of slide across the ground doing some push-ups. But like, for the most part, you can hide as well. Yeah, which is probably the most necessary component of this is hiding. But you can get hit, just on random spray of bullets, not even really in the lights, and they can just boom, take you out. So, I'll show you some clips of me getting cooked, and that way you can understand that it's not a game out here. Even on the lowest difficulty, this is the NES. They have no sympathy for you. We just got out the arcades. But once you get all of that done, right, you get in a position, you do some sniping, and you taking out all of the baddies that you can see from the distance. Then you have to rappel into the building. You understand what I'm saying? And also you can die very easily rappelling, as I'm gonna show you just a couple times. But then once you rappel into the building, then all of a sudden we are in a whole other first person shooter type game, right? And you're going from floor to floor, giving it out. And like, again, this is like the late 80s, early 90s. Like, this doesn't make sense how good this game is and how many things that you can do. And also that I never heard anybody talking about this game. Like, literally, like, and for one, I forgot the name of the game for like a decade and a half. So that would also be hard to have a conversation about. But I would explain what the game was and what you could do in the game, and people would just be like, nah, I've never heard anything like that on the NES. They didn't make games like that. Like, no, they did. I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. I was there. I played it. But like, yeah, Rescue the Embassy Mission was, and also as a kid, our copy of the game did not have the cover art. I was in a household where some of our cartridges did not have cover art. And so in black Sharpie, it said SWAT on the game. And, I was a child, like barely reading at 4, 5, 6 years old. And just never thought about the title screen, because the menu doesn't say the name of the game like a lot of games do. Like when you're in the actual setting it up, it just has the different stuff. So anyway, that's partly on me for forgetting what the game was called. But if you have played this game, please let me know so I don't feel like I'm going crazy. You know, I do feel slightly vindicated that the game is actually on here. But if you have played this game, please let me know your thoughts. You know, I just want to hear some really cool stories about you rappelling in and taking out some bad guys. If you have not played this game and you have access to the things that you need to play this game, please play this game. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Once you figure out how to play, it's a great time. As always, I appreciate y'all taking time to reminisce with me. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe.